Hi everybody. It is time for an update. I think I owe you guys an update because I'm late. Um, so I've had okay, hold on. Start over. I just want to say hello to my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you to my old subscribers for staying with me. And so just thank you for everyone. I have so many subscribers now. It's crazy. Um, So again, thank you for subscribing to me, and I hope if anything I do helps with your nursing school journey. All right, so it's been a couple weeks since my last video. I know because I've had at least 2 clinicals, and I haven't done a video since. But it's been going good. I have to tell you guys, and I don't know, maybe it can't just be me. It's got to be something maybe everyone goes through where I just had a moment. Sorry, my eyebrows are bugging me. I need to get them done. Okay, I just had like a day where I just didn't know if I wanted to do this anymore. Um, and I really I don't know. I needed, sometimes, you look for permission to quit, and you ask people hoping they'll be like, yeah, it's okay to quit. Um, Unfortunately, if you're lucky enough, you have people who go, no, you can do this. I have total faith in you that you can do this. Unfortunately, that's the type of people I have in my life. And I don't know what it was that I was just having a bad day or something. I was just like, I don't know if my heart's in it anymore. I don't know if I want to do this. But I've put that out of my mind for now, and I'm still sticking with it. Unless something detrimental happens, like I fail out again, or not again, I fail out, and I don't want to remediate again. And I've heard stories of people who have, like I had a friend in my last clinical. She withdrew in her first semester or second semester because no, it must have been first semester, because she got pregnant and she dropped out to have she had twins. Can you imagine that? Twins in nursing school. But she withdrew from her class to have the twins, and then she didn't pass pharm. I don't want to say fail because sometimes you don't fail, you just fall. Like 74 wouldn't be passing, but it's not failing. So she didn't pass pharm, and now they won't let her back in. So I don't know. It's really unfortunate. She's a really nice person, but now they won't let her back in. So there's stories like that. If I fail, they probably won't let me back in, and even if they did, I'd have to remediate again. I just don't want to go through that again. So anyway, I don't want to talk negatively because I'm having a pretty good time. I've had my last patient. Taught me a good lesson. He had COPD his whole life. He was actually in the hospital came in with shortness of breath, and they thought that he might be having a heart attack, and then he also had problems with blood clots, so they were keeping him on complete bed rest because they suspected a DVT. So, but with the COPD, I had to watch his oxygen and his oxygen saturation. And I noticed that his oxygen, they had him on the wall oxygen, and it was too much for someone with COPD. It was up to like 3.5 liters. And I was like, that's weird. And I meant to ask his nurse about it, and, I should have just toned it down to 2, because it shouldn't be more than 3 for someone with COPD. And he had complained of a headache. And this guy's very independent, very involved in his medical care. So he and still fairly healthy for all of his health problems. He was still fairly healthy. He still walked. He had polio when he was a kid, or when he was a teenager. Actually, he told me that he diagnosed himself. Like he told his mom, I have to go to the hospital because I have polio. And he was right. So he's got muscle weakness from that. But it doesn't stop him. He says he goes walking, like every day, and takes care of his diabetes, and very, I mean, healthy for someone who's not healthy. Does that make sense? Anyway, very nice guy. But he's on complete bed rest for suspicion of DVT. So I was keeping an eye out for that. And, but anyway, back to the oxygen, because that's the important part. So he'd taken off his oxygen, and he was still breathing okay, still feeling okay. And I'd taken a second set of vitals later in the afternoon when I got back from lunch, and his blood pressure had dropped a little bit. And I noticed that his oxygen had dropped a little bit. And I don't know, my brain, like, it clicked for a second. I was like, oh, his oxygen dropped. I better tell his nurse. But for some reason, I was more concerned with the blood pressure. And then later, I must have been one of his doctors or something, came in and said, you know, why don't you have your oxygen on? And I mean, obviously they have some kind of relationship. And she was like, why don't you have your oxygen? What was your last O2 stats? And I said, oh, well, it was 89. I know, right? And she was like, get that oxygen back on immediately. And so he put it back on. I turned it down to 2 at this point, because I just completely forgot to tell my nurse about his oxygen and just try and figure out what the heck that was about. So I turned it down to 2. He put his oxygen back on. I waited a little bit and then retook his vitals and then went back up to 93, which is more normal. And my teacher was also in there because I was giving him some med. I was giving him one of his meds. And she was like, just, you know, that should have set off alarm bells in your head. You know, you got to know that, you know, optimal oxygenation is, you know, 95 to, 100. For someone with COPD, it's 90 to 95, something like that. And I was just like, oh, I know. And I knew it, and I don't know why my brain just didn't click. So yeah, don't do that. Don't let your patient's oxygen slip that low. But yeah, totally lesson learned, and I just need to, I think things are starting to click. But I know it's going to take a while to get there, you know, to develop that nursing instinct. It's going to take a long time. But other than that, good day, good patient, still learning how to chart, you know, thoroughly. There's so many things we got to put in there, but got to do that. Care plans, got to do my care plan. I have test tomorrow, first exam for theory, so we don't know what that's going to be like. So we'll see. I mean, that's kind of the first, you can't really gauge how well you're doing in the class until you take the first test. So we'll see how that goes. I don't have any work today. I just had to pick my brother up in the afternoon, and I'm going to be studying all day. So I will let you guys know how that goes, and I will see you guys later. I'm wearing my Ghostbusters t-shirt. I don't know why I felt the need. Honestly, my mom has diagnosed herself with adult ADD, and I swear I have it too. Because it's like, you guys know Doug the dog from Up. If you haven't seen Up, go watch it because it's amazing. But I swear my mind goes like, it's like, oh, squirrel. Anyway, yeah, that's my Ghostbuster t-shirt. It was Scott's, but it didn't fit him anymore or something. So I was like, I'll take it. So I will see you guys next time. Keep studying, keep your head up, and keep your head in the game. Bye.